Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Antonia. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to talk about the lifestyle changes that I implemented into my life that caused you guys to realize or see a huge change in my appearance, my physical appearance, and I want to talk about that. So let's get started. First of all, I want to make a disclaimer that this is not a crash dieting advice video. This is not a how to lose 10 pounds in 2 days video. This is not a short-term quick fix. This is a long-term forever thing that I'm doing in my life now. And I really want to preface that, like, just because it worked for me, it might not work for you. However, I'm making this video so you guys can get an idea of what I'm doing and maybe get inspired. If you're in a rut, if you're thinking of doing some sort of change in your life, then I'm here to just give you some knowledge on what I've done. And then you take it with a grain of salt. But maybe it'll prompt you into doing some research. Maybe it'll prompt you into moving your body a little bit more. And that is always a plus. The first change that I implemented into my life is exercising on a daily basis. I go to the gym now 5 days a week and I love it. So I used to be active, especially when I had Harley, but I didn't prioritize my exercising because I really had to take care of my dog Harley. If you're new to this channel and you're wondering who's Harley, Harley is my dog of Hello Harley. So I'm not Harley, I'm Antonia, but my dog is Harley and he is who I named my socials after. And he passed away on October 8th, 2022. And when I had him, he had a lot of health complications. So I was prioritizing his health because he was really important, okay? There's nobody else that would prioritize him but me, and I needed to make sure that he was at all times comfortable, right? So I would eat well, I would work out, but I wasn't focusing on it the way that I focus on it now. So when he passed away, I was in a really big grieving rut, and I just could not bear go down to my basement gym because that's where I used to work out. I used to put him at the top of my stairs. He would watch me. He would look down and watch me work out. And I have a treadmill and I have like weights and stuff down there too. So like it's a pretty good bare bones gym, but it's good. You can lift weights, you can get cardio in, so it's a pretty good gym. But I just couldn't go down there anymore. I was telling my friend that, and then she recommended that I go to the gym with my other friend who was going regularly for like 4 days a week. And that way I had a buddy to go with and it would take my mind off of like the grief, right? So I started going with her as of November 1st, 2022. We did it for 2 months, 4 days a week. And then in January, I was gonna quit, but that was my original plan. I was gonna do 2 months with her and then I was gonna quit, but then I loved going to the gym with her so much that I didn't stop. In fact, we added a day. We go to the gym 5 days a week now. And sometimes she goes 6 days. She is crazy, but I just go 5 days a week. So we've established now I'm very active. I work out 5 days a week, and then on the weekends I usually have an active rest day, so I will do some sort of walk for 45 minutes to an hour. I'll go walk my friend's dog with her, or I'll just like go walk to the store or something, some sort of 45-minute walk. I try to prioritize that. So that's my first thing that I did in my lifestyle change. I started working out a lot, but that's not the change that I implemented that caused a physical appearance change, if that makes any sense. Because in June of 2023, I'm pretty sure that was the heaviest I had ever been. And I was feeling really out of body and not like myself. So back then, I think I was like pushing 160 pounds, but at my weigh-in, I was 154 or 155 pounds. So I was just feeling really out of body, and by no means am I saying 155 to 160 pounds is big. For my size and height, I just felt really out of body. I'm 5'4", and that weight on my body, it's not a big difference when you look at it. So I'll show you my before. It's not a huge difference when you look at it. I will show you my picture of me last month in comparison. And you can notice that I've just leaned out a lot. So I was feeling really heavy and I didn't like how I was feeling. I was feeling like lethargic. I was still going to the gym 5 days a week, but like I was feeling so lethargic. And one of the ladies that I go to the gym with, she started looking really cut, and she's always looked phenomenal. I thought she looked incredible, but she started looking really cut, and I was like, girl, what are you doing? And she told me that she started to prioritize macro nutrition. So that is my second lifestyle change that I've implemented. I've learned how to basically read a nutrition label and prioritize counting macros. I really want to stress that I'm not saying you need to count calories. I'm not saying that we're doing like a toxic, I'm only eating 1,000 calories a day kind of thing. I'm talking about taking numbers in your macros and making it work for your body. There's constantly changes that we're implementing into my macro goals. So I'll link down below a wonderful video on how to count macros and how to figure out macros for your body. It's by a content creator called Christy Aramo O'Connell. She is a big gym health fitness YouTuber, but she is super concise and super helpful in how she breaks down how to count macros. And I highly recommend you watch that video if it's something that you're interested in. But I do really want to stress out that this lifestyle change, although I'm not going to be counting every single macro for the rest of my life, more so to get an idea of portion control and also get an idea of what foods work well to fuel my muscles better. Because at the end of the day, if my goal is to eat 1,800 calories a day, I could be eating 1,800 calories worth of sweets and treats, and none of that has protein in it, and none of that would fuel my muscles the way that Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, high protein items would fuel your body, right? So there is a difference in that. So I want to reiterate, like, we're not counting calories in the sense that we're like, I'm only eating 1,000 calories so I could lose weight. Yeah, you could definitely lose weight with just eating 1,000 calories. It's just not sustainable. So I really want to reiterate that. Share the YouTube video down below in case you are looking to kind of get yourself inspired and look for it. Definitely do your research because everyone is so different. So that's the second lifestyle change that I implemented. And the third thing that I implemented into my lifestyle change is I don't drink alcohol whatsoever anymore. I used to socially drink, or like I'd have one drink at like a fancy dinner or something like that. Now I don't care to drink. I don't care for the alcohol. So it was really easy for me to cut it out since I barely drank anyways in my life. And now it's like, okay, I'm not gonna miss it because I never craved it in the first place. I never cared for it in the first place. So I prioritize drinking water. I drink 2 30-ounce Stanleys a day, or whatever water bottle I'm using. Right now, my favorite water bottle is the Owala. So I've been drinking 2 Owalas a day. It's 30 ounces. Either way, however you spin it, I've been drinking 60 ounces of water a day at least, at minimum. Those are the 3 lifestyle changes that I have implemented in my life. I hope it gave you guys some clarification. I know it's very vague, but I am in no position to tell you guys how to work out, how to eat, and how to live your life, okay? I'm not a fitness, nutrition content creator. I will leave those to those guys that are doing that. There's so many fitness, nutrition content creators. Just be a little bit careful because fitness, nutrition content can get a little toxic sometimes. But if you find the good ones, you find the good ones. So you want those positive content creators out there. Anyways, I hope that brought some clarification. I hope it inspired you maybe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Follow me on Instagram _Hello Harley. Follow me on TikTok at Hello Harley, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.